So as I've mentioned in previous videos, the easiest way you can manifest is by being in the state of knowing. And I know you guys are like, okay, but how can I be that confident and just know that my manifestation is already mine? So let's talk about it. But before we talk about it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and comment in the comment section, I know it is done, to whatever you're manifesting. You don't have to say what it is. You can just say, I know it is done, because you already know it's done, okay? But yeah, let's get into it. So as I've mentioned before, but I'll say it again, manifestation is not just believing so hard to the point your desire just has to come through to you. It's a knowing, and it's a strong confidence that this is already yours. As I mentioned in a previous video, you do not think every single day, oh my God, I wonder if the sun is going to come up tomorrow. You just know that it is, okay? So it's not about believing hard enough. It's not about affirming 10 million times. You don't have to do any of that. Manifestation can be effortless when you learn how to just know. A common mistake a lot of people make when manifesting is they are manifesting from a state of lack, okay? Not of this is who I am. Because as I've mentioned, and a lot of other people have mentioned, manifestation is transformation. It's not aligning with the desire. It's aligning with the version of you that has your desire. Plain and simple. So the version of you that's saying, oh, it's not working. Number one, I literally can't stress this enough. I don't know why on earth you would even say out of your mouth, oh, this thing is not working, or it's not working, it's not gonna happen. Why would you even say that when you know how powerful affirmations are? Like, think of this too. If you go to a restaurant and, you place your order, are you going to constantly ask the waiter, oh, are you sure you're bringing it? Are you sure they're cooking it? Are you sure this is going to come? Like, I'm sure the waiter's going to be like, bro, what do you want? Like, chill. You know what I mean? And I'm sure the waiter might even, be a little bit spiteful and delay your order because you're doing too much. You know what I mean? So yesterday when I was answering emails, someone emailed me and was talking about how they feel neutral with their manifestation. They don't feel like it's not working, and they don't feel like super happy about it. However, they just feel neutral, and it's like, you don't even have much emotion towards it, and what does that mean? And I'm like, you know what? Congratulations, because you do not know how blessed you are to have entered that state of knowing, because that's what it is. Whenever you feel the state of just being so neutral with something, like you're like, damn, this is just whatever, it is what it is, and you're not super excited, like, oh, crazy over it. You're not obsessing, but you're also not doubting. That's how you really know that you know. Like, that's how you really know that it is what it is, and this is yours already, if that makes sense. And honestly, I feel like this is something you had to experience yourself. And I know I felt this many times. It's like, I don't even feel that happy or doubtful about the manifestation. It's just like, yeah, so I manifested this thing. And even if it's not in the 3D reality yet, I just know that it's finished with, it's done, and I don't even feel like I have nothing else to do with it anymore. I don't have to affirm anymore. I don't have to do any of that anymore, because it's like it barely even crossed my mind. Okay, like the best way I can explain it is something that, okay, think about something you have currently in the 3D that you have manifested. Maybe a car, house, specific person, item, even if it's something just small, and you know how it's just in your life to the point it's like, yeah, you're grateful for it. However, it's your life. Like, that's how it is. It's nothing like, wow, like I remember, the feeling of when I first got this thing or whatever. But it's like, now it's just something I know I have, and it's just something that is like part of my life. You know what I mean? I think that's the best way I can possibly describe that feeling of knowing. And I'm going to definitely do more videos on this neutral feeling and more videos on knowing, because this is definitely something I have to expand on more. I get it. And like an affirmation that I love to use, and I've been using this for maybe I'd like to say about 2 years consistently, is I know that I have this and that. Because as I mentioned, there's a difference between just believing and knowing. And I think it's extremely powerful if you say, I know that I have this. I know that I make this much a month. I know that I have this person, this house, this whatever, because it is a knowing. And I think it would be really fantastic if you were to like write a list of, and kind of do it like the gratitude list, as I've mentioned in a previous video, where you write down things that you currently have in your 3D reality and what you want to manifest, and use the starting phrase, I know. So, you say something you have currently. I know that I have this car. But then you say, what you want to manifest, and say, I know, but I also have this too. You know what I mean? I think this is perfect. Yeah. Because like honestly, when you know, there's really nothing else you have to do. You know, there's nothing you have to do. Same as I've mentioned many times, when you order something, clothes, whatever, you just know that it's coming to your house and you know that there's nothing you need to do, right? You paid for it. That's it. Like when you just know things are so, it's just like, it's also like a form of detachment. I don't know how to really explain it. We'll get into it in the next video, y'all. But it's really just like a form of detachment, because like you already know this thing is yours. So it's like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm gonna keep it so real with you guys. If you watched my last video when I was talking about whatever I was talking about, you know I manifested to win in Roblox. And I know that sounds so stupid, but like, you can do it for little things. I don't care. Maybe if you're feeling doubtful, manifest that you win a game of something or do something small, whatever. But point is, doesn't matter. I don't care what circumstances, blah, blah, blah. Your reality is delayed, okay? It's a manifestation of your old thoughts, your old beliefs. And that's all it is, okay? I really suggest you guys watch the video if you didn't see me talking about 3D reality and blah, blah, blah. Because, no. Doesn't matter. Your 3D is a mirror. That's all it is, okay? Don't cry about what's in the mirror. All you gotta do is get up and change, okay? This makeup sucks, but yeah. Bye. Exactly how you have to look at the 3D reality, as a mirror. Now, a lot of people within the law of assumption community are aware of that. We know this. But one of the reasons why we tend to kind of forget that our 3D is like a mirror is because of one of the most fantastic yet terrible things, and that's emotion. Emotion can trick us into thinking that the 3D is in control, because, you know, say something, as I said, SP gets with someone, or this happens or that happens, and what does it trigger? It triggers your emotion. So it is okay, but you have to remember, just because you are feeling the emotion of something that really triggers you doesn't mean that that thing can't change.